Morning, wherever you are. Afternoon and good evening. Welcome to today's show, Face the Nation GH. Trending. This is World Politics. Sorry about that. Once more, welcoming community. There's a lot that is going on. Let me begin with the good news today. What we are seeing right now is that the United States President Joe Biden is about to sign the 1.9 trillion into law, and it will take effect. It's earlier than we expected. It was supposed to be this coming Friday, but then this afternoon, Obabi signed it, then it becomes law. And if that happens, I know a lot of people have been waiting for this money for a very long time. I'm referring to the 1400. That is also going to take effect. Same on Biden. And now most American media is saying he's avoiding media engagement and or preventive press conferences because on person go for bizarre questions. That is something they've observed within the first quarter of his administration, or less than first quarter, like 2 months and 2 weeks. This is what most Americans are seeing right now. And another charge is almost on the board and say it's more or less like right now Harris is doing all the work. It's like also country in India, and it's in the hands of Harris, which is the vice president and the foreign appointment, foreign engagement. We saw the one on Israel for Prime Minister and Bibi Netanyahu. That's what people are saying. Then, this story, I don't want to get so much into it, but I think I have to. We talked about it a couple of days ago in regards to Coma, New York governor. Our issue, it's been like on and off. But this one I have an issue with. It just came in today. I'll say a group of more than 55 Democratic members of New York State Assembly signed a letter on Thursday calling on Governor Andrew Cuomo to resign after 6 women came forward to accuse him of sexual misconduct, as well as the revelation that his administration altered data around COVID-19 nursing home deaths. The governor needs to put the people of New York first. We have a lieutenant governor who can step in and lead for the remainder of the term. And this is what is best for New Yorkers in these critical times. You see, this COVID issue, let me put it this way. Not only Trump are affected, most of the state governors are affected. So it's like they have 2 cases here in which a COVID issue, New York at one point were so hit by this COVID issue. But so if they are addressing that issue, it should be entirely different from say the allegation about misconduct issue now, but no attach it to it. So right now, I'm going to put 2 issues forward. Say Lieutenant Governor will be enough to take over from him to end the tenure of office until they go to polls and re-elect another governor. That's what they are saying right now. To say on resigning. Kroma, one problem I'm war with them, I don't know. Especially issues about sexual misconduct at bar. Now a bimu okrempo kahon. See now Oman forward say. That's what I'm saying. So almost the administrative body within New York Assembly, or Democratic Front and calling for a resignation. I believe so on any basis. I don't know giant security agencies to investigate the issue. Resignation not here. Say because it's not solely say me supporting initially here. I started with one person, see any 5 I become one 6. Say like in closed doors, bako or like or touching or like in a very inappropriate manner. Until one person more calling for a resignation. But you see, so almost yes sounds say nyampa, not only so mu defaming and also one because on to me resign on say after investigation nyampa timba taking me post. So about conflicted, so investigations about conflicted with he being in office, yeah, fine, they can call for that. But this issue is here, say that say civil or criminal, New York State authorities, normal investigating. Anyway, let's get into this issue too. Yes, I saw this one trending issue today, and then we saw this the former president of the United States, Joe Biden, on in the wife, Harris. Omako tested for COVID-19, and moreover, it wasn't only them. I think say Osha Omudiana by prior to that near couple of former US leaders and so on, or presidents are like almost in the past now, participating in this COVID test. To me, it's a very good example. So, Omugini say a microphone confidence, and it also goes against the alleged Russian misinformation or campaign against the vaccine. Ubieno Akasa then 100% accurate, but the point is this: it's actually working. So, if it is working, yeah, definitely, I see a sticker with it because as it stands right now, alternative be anywhere, and one will be I mean. So there's a big change. A lot of people are being vaccinated, and you can see say the death rate in Angasakrana above from. You see, most of these pharmaceutical companies in Angasakrana almost give you guarantees more. All right, whilst I work COVID situation, I'm addressing this issue. Today, 11th March, and I to will be a day of mourning for over 2.6 million who have already died around the globe. I say it will be a day of celebration for the public health workers who put their own lives at risk to care for the sick. It will be a day to contemplate the fragile nature of this COVID-19 or this pandemic. This is what they're trying to say. I come on market today's day, which is being 11th of March. They are Yemfa and console with the Nkofo or more family members. And there's another research in why it came up say about 20% of Americans and I testify said they've lost their family or their friends to this COVID situation. You see, it's not something you want to talk so much about it, but that's caused so much harm. Even Americans they've lost nearly over 500,000 people. The time I was listening to President-elect Joe Biden, also even during the World War II and the Vietnam War, right, Americans and Lucy citizens. So it's something I sympathize with family Bia or Lucy and a loved one. It's very unfortunate, but I see you. You see, one policy in this government to buy why very like what take a stand against the right to own guns or the right to bear arms per their Second Amendment. I say now you know what they've done? The House has approved a bill tightening a background check on guns. It's good. That AR-15 microphone to me tour a bit to me running about 30 to 60 rounds with double magazines. I guess all my background check now very tight. Say happens so background check in the year so tight. This is what happened. Everyone be very difficult. Everyone be very difficult. So be a bit me acquire guns. Even I suggest a common take. Even some of the states in be regulated. Say to me have AR-15 to me have a pump action like automatic guns and semi-automatic guns. You don't need that. I mean, for protection, handgun crowd, yeah, that's okay. Yes. And recently, you said President Joe Biden appointed some two military officers. And Fox News presenter we Eddie statement by outside. Military leaders hate Tucker Carlson after he bashed Biden efforts to better accommodate women in military. You see, this is what some of the senior officers are saying. The senior military leaders are voicing support for women in the military after Fox News host Tucker Carlson complained on his show about recent changes meant to attract and retain more female service members. I don't know why he even did that, but I don't even understand the integral. I mean, all go against it. In a corporate or institution, there, so we rises to level, be not so deserve. Yeah, if a man, irrespective of partner gender. At one point, when not females were not being enlisted, or front line. But see, both Marines and the Army, they give them that opportunity. I'm not saying they are the same, but when it comes to, I think so now the mindset behind it was not more preserve or more from those hard, active work, But people also want to take the challenge upon themselves. Therefore, you can't force them. As we are now getting into discrimination. I don't say with Tarkers and it didn't go too well. Now, there's this story as well by George issue, George Floyd issue. Now, I know some city jury, but the lawyers need raise your objection on some of the jurors now. My select your money. I'll get the full detail now tomorrow. You're getting to our story, Let's do this as last but one. I say Representative James Claiborne, the third-ranking House Democrat, who is a top ally of President Biden, was asked by Fox News why Biden has not hosted a major press conference himself. That was the earlier story, and a friend of Biden, and Krempo, or Fox News, or Casino Busans, I didn't own to me a major story. Oh no, this is a response. I say simply because we are busy doing other things right now. We aren't here just to satisfy the media. We are here to satisfy American people. Look, the same trend. You see how the media treated Trump is the same trend. And on person what they call this new administration. But this administration should not forget. Say, look, they were in the very good books of the media. For them to account to the people, but because that is the only way you can reach majority of Americans, and also to put your issues forward where the world issue is concerned. And I don't understand how they are avoiding the media because earlier on, that's the story I may say. Biden and the government and the administration, I said not just they are limited media engagement. A lot of them are saying that they are preventing questions. Because you see, because the Americans already is going through a lot when it comes to this pandemic, and now with this stimulus package, there's a lot of questions now. Have to. There's a lot of questions to be asked where that issue is also concerned. As an affiliate, you see, media there's nothing you can do. You have to engage them because all we don't want to do messages back or out unless you take a stand to fight them, and doing so is gonna be a sign of ungratefulness. Because Biden knew very well how la media is buano. Yes. All right, let me conclude on Almighty Trump. I say, former President Trump has just endorsed the widow of GOP rep Luke Leto, who died in December after being hospitalized with COVID-19, less than 2 weeks before special election decide who wins the seat. It's unfortunate. A very good friend also elusive in life. I'm saying, why endorsing a wife? Why Trump friend? Why endorsing a wife? I mean, I thought it's kind of open yes, but if you know, take it. So I'm re-electing Louisiana House race. So let's see the influence within the Republican Party. If it's me push it, we don't. Let's see how that one also plays out.